Yeah, Mace is primarily a consulting company. We do some contracting as well. It started 16 years ago with a group of directors who broke away from Bovis. They started with some minor sort of project management appointments, and gradually the group has grown and developed a very strong client base and a very strong portfolio of completed projects. Yes, I mean, some of the most notable projects include the London Eye, the British Museum Great Court with the large glazed roof over the central courtyard. We've built headquarters buildings for British Airways, Merrill Lynch in the city, and we've been involved in some fairly large projects like Paternoster Square, and also done a lot of pre-construction studies on developments that we haven't actually built, where we've provided planning and construction advice prior to the project getting to site. Gary France, one of our original directors, was involved in helping with the development of the Asta software. I think that goes back to his days before he joined Mace. So it's been a software of choice for virtually all of the time that Mace has actually been involved in planning construction projects. I think right from the start, I think Mace had the very first CD produced by Asta for Power Project software, and we've developed the system with them over a period of time. Project management software is a vital part of the Mace business offer. Our reputation is founded on the fact that we control and manage projects, and we build them and finish them in time. So we need software that will give us that control and give us a good foundation for, firstly, sort of planning the work, but also being able to report and understand where we hit critical areas and where we hit problem areas, so that we can manage our way out of them. Power Project is used by all of our planners. It's used for planning, I would guess, probably 90% of the projects that we do. It's software that's easy to use. It's software that provides a very good communication tool for people actually implementing and delivering the work. And it's something that we've worked with Asta to develop over a period of time. So when new versions have come along, they've listened to our requests, and they've developed a system that suits. EasyPlan is something that we've started using more recently. Some of our project managers use it for smaller, I wouldn't say smaller projects, but smaller assignments where they don't need to do the detail that a construction planner would put into a project. And we're finding now that it's also a tool that's probably best used by some of our trade contractors and subcontractors. For us, where contractors use EasyPlan, it makes life far easier because it allows them to transfer data directly to us. It allows us to integrate their programs into ours on complex projects, where in a situation where they don't, we're left with having to manually transfer the information, and sometimes we lose some of the logic and some of the detail that's actually in their thinking and their program. It definitely is. Yeah, Asta has become the standard because traditionally a lot of the project management software on the market actually needs, unless you go for the very simple systems like Microsoft Project, a lot of the others need very careful coding processes and fairly long-winded periods of preparation before you can actually start planning. Where if you're working with the Asta project, Power Project programs, you can almost start within an hour of getting an understanding of how the software works. Power Project is our standard planning tool. It's become important to us in that it's very easy for people to understand. It's very easy for a planner to pick up another planner's work. It's easy to convey messages to people using the filters and using the colour coding that's within it. It's a very good communication tool, and we work on the basis of simple simple communication tools, but we need the detail behind it to actually prove that the plan works, and Power Project gives us that capability. It is a stated requirement within our bid documents that we do want the contractors to use EasyPlan or Asta Power Project. Some still don't. Some still, but by persuasion and by allowing them to see the benefits of it, through the business school, we are gradually conversing them and encouraging them to do so. When our contractors use EasyPlan, it just makes things far more easy for us to give them templates to work to systems that are very similar to ours. You know, we can give them coding structures that match our own program, and having given them that template, we can get something back from them that we can feed directly into our programs. So it is important that we keep them up to speed and keep them working within our system. I think for a contractor to have EasyPlan, it allows them to show a more professional side. It allows them to be able to answer the questions that are inevitably asked about resources and pinch points in the program, where, you know, traditionally a contractor may have done something literally on a piece of paper, and he understands in his own mind what he's doing, but he can't communicate. If he's using a piece of software like this, like EasyPlan, at least he can convey that, and he can show by histograms and just exactly where the pinch points are, and he can show where the program works, and that allows them to move up a gear and step up and actually compete far more. Astra have got such a strong position in the market now. It benefits Mace in that when we're recruiting, we're able to find people who can use the software far more easily than some of the other more specialised pieces of software. It allows planners in particular to concentrate far more on planning the work, which is what they're paid to do, rather than programming the work. So, you know, there's a tendency with some software for a planner to just bury himself in the computer and develop very detailed programs, but not necessarily to be able to convey and communicate how the plan works, where Power Project is fairly simple and fairly easy to use. So it allows them to concentrate far more on the other aspects of planning the project. So it gives us an edge in that we can get the right people. It gives us it's good also in being able to allow us to easily communicate with our clients and our contractors, but in both directions, up and down, just to show what the plan is and how we expect it to work. Power Project has become one of the key management tools within Mace. It's used on all of our major projects, and in doing so it allows us a consistent tool where people can transfer from project to project and understand the output that they're seeing and understand how the software can be used to manage the project. And it's become a vital part of our business.